Band Appétit Cadillac 3.
Let's do it.
We at Jam in the Van love music and we definitely eat food. So we put the two together and voila, Band Appétit. On this episode, Chef Brad Matthews links up with Kelby from the Cadillac 3 and a couple of giant steaks.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Chef Brad Matthews. I'm here with Kelby from the Cadillac 3.
What's up?
Welcome to Jam in the Van's Band Appétit. Today we're going to be cooking oysters from Morro Bay Oyster Company with a little smoky chipotle vinaigrette, shrimp and grits with a little bit of bacon. Last but not least, Kelby, what is it?
Big old thick ribeyes.
A big old thick ribeyes.
Tomahawk ribeyes about like this.
Exactly, with a little bit of a Nashville Béarnaise sauce seasoned up with some fried chicken spice.
A little spicy?
Yeah, a little spicy.
Let's do it.
Sunday morning, seeing light, thank God for hang. And thank your mama for cheating. Yes, sir.
Our first course today, we're going to do Pacific Gold oysters with a smoky chipotle vinaigrette. It's a little bit of chipotle hot sauce, Martinelli's sparkling apple cider, some salt, some pepper, and some shallot. You ever shucked an oyster before?
I haven't, but I'm looking forward to trying it for the first time. That's the first time. I've eaten a lot of oysters, but I've never shucked my own oysters.
Let's get to shucking, brother.
Let's shuck it.
So these are Pacific Gold oysters from Morro Bay Oyster Company. The first thing I do when I shuck oysters is I look for the one that is the easiest to open.
Okay.
Position the knife into the back of the oyster right there. Are you in?
Like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Think of when you turn the key in a car, when you turn the ignition. That's
twist.
Yeah, you want to twist. It's more of a twist and it's less of a pry. That was like a lot of bit of a twist. Oh, dang, chubby checker, come on. Oh, did it work? Bingo. Yeah, that's great, dude. That's great. That's great. You gotta eat it.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, dude.
Good first oyster.
Let's do about 2 dozen more like
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. Let's keep it up now.
Between the vinyl and the bottle, it was there.
That's a perfect shot. You perfect mother shit.
I'm gonna stop while I'm here.
Yeah, cool. All your head. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's eat them now. You hit your side with lemon. I'll hit my side with lemon.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. These look amazing.
I would say aggressively drinking beers, passively cooking. Our next course is going to be shrimp and grits. Our grits are in the back. We got those into a good place right now. We're going to get together the rest of our mise en place. We're going to chop these chives.
Fancy chops.
And then we have our shrimp. These shrimp are from Maine Lobster House, and they are just beautiful. Big, plump, juicy shrimp. Here's salt and pepper. I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. Toss is really important. So now that our shrimp are nice and seasoned, we're gonna step over here to our Traeger grill. You know, shrimp, how you feel?
That's how I feel.
That's that good sound right there.
Yeah. Sizzle.
So what we have here in our pan is butter and some bacon. We just kind of moved it around in the pan with our hand. It just feels better. So we're gonna come over here, we're gonna check out the shrimp, how they're doing on our Traeger. They're not cooked all the way. They're probably about 60% of the way cooked, and we're gonna take them off.
But they're gonna continue.
They're gonna carry over, yep. And then we're gonna put this right back in our Traeger, and we're gonna just let this sauce start to build in here, just like this. We need a little bit more liquid, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, just a tiny bit. We're gonna toss it in there, and then we're gonna put that back on. We're gonna let the alcohol burn off, and all we're gonna get left is that beautiful hop. We're gonna slice some Serrano chilies. I had a friend when I was a kid that said if I'm not sweating, I'm not eating. Did you eat one?
Yeah.
It makes you sweat. You're eating, right?
It was spicier than I thought it was gonna be.
Drink some beer.
Tongue on
This just
fire.
in, he ate one of the Serranos. Apparently,
It's my-
you need to be sweating to eat.
Is my face red? Because I feel like it's red.
Cool, so let's plate up our grits. The grits are getting to a pretty magical place right now. 6 cups of milk, 2 cups of grits.
And it's gonna start pretty thin, but it's gonna thicken up really
Yeah,
fast.
right. Once you bring your liquid up to a boil, you slowly whisk in your grits, and then we have a little bit of this really beautiful aged cheddar. We're gonna use this really awesome little cast iron here from Victoria Cast Iron. Oh, that's nice. The texture looks really good. You don't want to be too runny, but at the same time, you don't want to be too tight. Yeah, a little bit more would be good. So we're just gonna go ahead and pile on some nice shrimp here on the side. Add a little bit of the sauce, and you want to really sauce around the edge. Saucing the edges. So we're gonna have a little bit of the Serrano. How do you feel about herbs?
Are we eating them or smoking them?
Well, that's a great question. Cilantro is just, it's one of my favorite herbs. Last kind of finishing move, hit it with the citrus.
All right.
All right, here it is.
Shrimp and grits.
Is this, would you say it's Cadillac 3 approved shrimp and grits? Like Tennessee, Nashville approved?
It looks like it, but let's see if it tastes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it, brother.
Oh man, that's really good.
Yeah.
It's up a tailgate down. With hotties and toes, speakers about to blow.
He's Brad, I'm Kelby.
Yeah. It's a new show all of a sudden.
Next course, we're doing these awesome tomahawk steaks. We're gonna make a béarnaise sauce. So the first thing we gotta do, we have 3 eggs, crack them on a flat surface, and then we're gonna separate the yolks from the white, teeter them back and forth. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna give them a little bit of a whisk, just like this.
Perfect.
This is a white wine vinegar reduction with a little bit of peppercorn.
I can smell the pepper.
Right, right, you can smell the pepper. So what this does is it adds that tang that you're looking for. So we're gonna add a little bit, of salt, and then we're also gonna add just a little bit of pepper. Now the next part of the sauce is a little tricky. What we're gonna do is kind of make a hot mayonnaise.
Kind of drizzle it in slow.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
exactly,
It's like
exactly right.
emulsify.
We're gonna emulsify in some clarified butter. The thing that's gonna act as our emulsifier here is we're gonna use temperature as an emulsifier. What we don't want to happen is to turn this into scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a great sauce
We're
for
not
our
making
steak.
breakfast.
We're making béarnaise sauce. Bingo, you
it.
got it. So
Cool.
let's head back over to our trusty old Traeger. Start whisking that. While you're whisking them back and forth, I'm gonna slowly drizzle in this hot butter. The other thing you wanna do with this is you wanna have a little bit of water handy because the water will act as a stabilizer.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, it's a great color. We have that nice thick banding on the edges. So now that our sauce is in a really, really good textural place, now when I think about Nashville, I think about country music, I think about the Grand Ole Opry, I think about rock and roll music.
Yeah.
I also
And Nashville hot chicken.
Boom!
So we're gonna make it a little spicy.
Your timing's impeccable. What I have here is dried spice mix. Ancho chilies, cayenne chilies. We have dried arbol chilies. There's chipotle chilies.
As long as it's not raw serrano, we're okay.
You know, and
I'll be fine.
whenever you're using, ladies and gentlemen, this is a public service announcement brought to you by the Cadillac 3 and Chef Brad Matthews.
When you use raw peppers,
don't touch your penis.
yeah, before you wash your hands.
So
I feel better now though. Everything's fine.
good. I'm glad that's mellowed out for
Yeah.
you. While you whisk it, I'm gonna hit it with some of this chili powder.
That's gonna be spicy.
It's gonna be spicy.
What do we got here?
This is a custom hot sauce recipe that we use in our espresso shop, and we're gonna add a little bit. And this is usually served with our breakfast sandwich, but we're gonna kick it in here. So that's looking really good.
Yeah.
That's looking really, really nice. Sounds like it's probably about time for our steaks.
Wow.
There it is.
Look at that.
This is a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat from the Chicago Steak Company. This is tomahawk ribeye.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, it's just enough of the fat in there to give it the flavor,
Right.
but you know, just enough. I mean, deliciousness to make it awesome.
Yeah, totally. While you salt it, I'm gonna pepper. So our steak is beautifully seasoned. You want to bring your steak up to room temperature.
Don't just bring it out of the fridge and throw it right on the grill.
Right. I don't know about you, but when I'm cold, I do this.
Right.
Right.
So
So, you tense up. Right. Exactly.
Steak's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. So you have a bunch of really, really tense cells, and then you're putting them on a ripping hot grill. They're gonna go into shock. They're just gonna be like, I don't know what to do with my life. You know. We want to make that transition as smooth as possible.
Well, let's cook it.
Let's cook the darn thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So the Traeger is nice and hot, just
Super hot.
ripping hot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this on here. Oh, that is the sound.
Listen to it.
So we're gonna take this meat press from Victoria and we're gonna set it right on the top of our steak here. We're gonna close down the lid of the Traeger and we're just gonna set it and forget it, essentially, for right now. If I were to estimate, I would say it's probably gonna take about 20 minutes. Should we check it out?
Let's check it out, man.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, baby. Great, great looking steak.
I can't take my eyes off of it.
I can't
right
stop
now.
looking at it either.
It's so good.
We're gonna kind of flip it up alongside. We're gonna use this knife and we're gonna go all the way down the bone. We wanna cut against the grain. And you want to start with the back of the knife, the butt of the knife, this beautiful cold steel. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of do it in one motion all the way through.
It's like perfect medium
It's,
rare.
yeah, it looks nice. It looks really, really nice. We're gonna hit it with some chives. Then here is our awesome béarnaise sauce. And what we're gonna do with the béarnaise sauce is we're just gonna drizzle it along the sides like this.
Ooh, okay.
These are called barrage flowers. Brilliantly vibrant, they're beautiful, and they're also kind of a nice flavor. They're very mild. It's not like they're gonna be overpowering by any means. They just look really nice. Last step of this process is just a little bit of olive oil. It just kind of gives it a sheen. That's it.
That's incredible.
Tomahawk ribeye.
Perfect.
Well, you said it, not me.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? I've got a present for you.
What's that?
You know, I've got my own cooking show.
You do. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
You're right. We talked about this a little bit.
Cooking with Kelby. You know, I've got a present for you right here.
I think he's taking my job.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Check it
coffee mug.
Hey, man, this is for you.
Look at that. Cooking with Kelby.
It's not gourmet. It's Kelby Ray. Check it out on YouTube.
As far as I'm concerned, there's really probably only one step left in this. And to sake this magnificent looking, I don't think it's worthy of silverware. Do you?
No, I think we just have to
Yeah,
grab
I think we just
grab
get
a big
right
chunk
into it.
and just try this out.
Let's try it, Kelby.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thanks for helping today.
Absolutely. Best steak I've ever had. I'm not even saying that just to say it. Seriously, man.
For Jesus. Between the vinyl and the bottle, it was everything I ever needed. It was 6:30 on Saturday night.
Really appreciate you guys having us out at Band Appétit, having a great time in Los Angeles. Party on.
Cadillac 3.